So I'm going to be doing a review of the GeekChef 2.6 quart stand mixer. I love this machine. I absolutely love it. I got 3 of these and I did a giveaway. I gave 2 of them away and I kept one. And I'm going to just tell you a little bit about this, and we're going to make the buttercream frosting. It has 7 speeds and a post function. So if you need to just give something a quick whisk, a quick mix together, you can use the post function. Well, I'll show you that in a minute. It comes with attachments. If you purchase them separately, I have all the attachments. You have here a hub in the front for the meat grinder. You just pull that off. And the meat grinder goes in there. And then here is this hub is for the food processor to sit on top. And then there's a hub here, and this is for the blender. And of course there's little icons here to let you know what goes where. One thing that I like about this mixer is it has a safety feature. So if something's not locked in place properly, or if this enclosure is not, if this is left open without the top on, the machine will not turn on. Same goes for the food processor. If everything is not snapped in place properly, the machine will not turn on. The bottom of the machine has suction cups, so it's really hard to pull it up. But the suction cups, the machine stays sturdy. And we're gonna go ahead and start the recipe. So I have some wax paper here off to the side because it's just gonna make it easier to put into the machine. And I have my paddle attachment attached, and I'm gonna put my pouring blade on, my splash guard on. I'm gonna turn the machine on. The machine came with 3 attachments. It came with the dough hook, a paddle, and a whisk, and the pouring sugar. Just gonna break the butter apart a little bit. So I'm gonna slowly add my powdered sugar that I sifted beforehand, but I have a cup at a time. And I'm just pour it on my parchment paper and just put the machine on the low speed and just pour it through the parchment paper. Just makes it easier for you to get the sugar into the machine. So we're going to add a little bit of time. Once this is dissolved, we're going to add more. So we're going to repeat this process. When you slowly add the powdered sugar, it just prevents your frosting from having lumps in it. You'll have a very smooth frosting. I'm going to stop the machine for a minute because I want to show you guys another thing I love about this machine. The way this machine is designed, you don't have to scrape the bowl down. Very rarely I ever have to scrape my bowl down. I didn't scrape the bowl down, I promise you, and you see all that powdered sugar is literally well mixed together. So I'm going to add vanilla. And then I'm going to add some corn syrup. The reason I'm adding corn syrup is the corn syrup gives the frosting the shine, and it makes it easier to pipe, as well as thinning it out a little bit. The only time you really add corn syrup to this is when you're really just going to frost a cake and you want it to look nice. But if you're not going to cover it with fondant, add the corn syrup. You're going to cover it with fondant, don't add the corn syrup. So what I'm going to do is put this on medium-high speed, and I'm going to let this beat together for about 5 minutes. This is really important. The most fatal mistake that many people make with making buttercream frosting is not allowing the butter and the sugar to cream together. So this prevents your buttercream from having that gritty taste, that gritty, grainy texture that most people really hate. It's because they're not whipping it good enough. Okay, so I let it go for about 4.5 minutes. And I'm gonna look at the texture. I'm gonna add just a touch of milk to this. It's a little too thick. Remember, buttercream, you have to play around with it. If you're gonna use buttercream to pipe flours, then you want it to be as firm as you can get it. Not too firm where it's not gonna be easy to pipe, but firm where it's easy to pipe. But for doing tops of your cupcakes, you want them to be about medium thickness, and then to crumb coat your cake, you want it to be very easy to spread because you're going to be coating the cake. Okay, so I'm going to just give everything a scrape. All the powdered sugar that's at the top of the bowl, I'm just going to scrape it down. I'm sorry this video is long-winded, but this is, you know, for people who are beginners, so try to explain everything. But I don't know if you can see how shiny that is. You can see how shiny that is? Okay, so I gave everything a scrape. And I'm going to just give it a mix. Okay, it's thoroughly mixed. So I'm going to show you guys how to fill the pastry bag. So I got my disposable pastry bag, and I'm using Wilton tip number 2D. And if this is your first time cutting a bag, then the best advice I can give you is to line your tip up with the bag. And when you go to cut, try not to cut too much. Just cut just enough that the tip hangs out and then the bag hits the buttercream. So I'm going to cut it about right here. And it's better to cut too little than too much, because you're going to, you know, you don't want to waste your bag. So I have my scissors, and I'm just going to cut. Then just take your bag and fold it downward and cup it over your hand, making the letter C. Then drop your tip down. And if your tip comes out, it's good. So now to fill the pastry bag, I just take a spatula and just stick it in the bottom. There's many different ways you can fill a pastry bag, but this is just an easy way to do it. And after you put your substantial amount of buttercream or whatever type of frosting you're using, just give the bag a nice squeeze from the top down to the bottom. And then try not to put your hands all over the frosting, because your hands can melt the frosting over time. And we're going to just give it a press to make sure there's no air bubbles. So we're going to frost our cupcake. And I think I'm going to do a rosette. Start in the middle. And just pipe a little, give it a little bit of pressure, and then go around. And then when you come around to the final side, you just give it a twist and pull. You have a beautiful rosette. It's shiny. Do the second one, just mound in the middle, just go around and just overlap and pull downward. So there you have it, guys. Beautiful cupcakes with buttercream frosting. I just dusted it with some luster dust and put in some pearl beads on top in the middle of the roses. If you guys are interested in learning more about the GeekChef stand mixer, check the description box. Guys, this machine is absolutely amazing. I stand by 100%, and I hope to be able to get my hands on more GeekChef products, because this company is absolutely wonderful. Please add this video to your playlist. If you guys have any recipe requests, leave it in the comments section. And thank you so much for watching with Sugary Sweet, where we're making the world a little bit sweeter.